Next is a very simple question. Okay, what is SEZ and what are the merits and challenges of SEZ? Okay, so as you all know, special economic zone. Okay, so these are special enclaves, economic enclaves, right? Mainly aimed at promoting export. So this should be there, and in your definition, when you write, you have to box this particular word when you're writing your definition, right? Okay, when you write your definition, you will box your this one. So the examiner will know, yes, what to stress when they're looking at your answer. Okay, make sure you write like that. And headings also, right? Here it is very clear what is the merit. So you will write in capitals merit, right? And then you will underline. Look at you. If you look at this, what I have written itself, it makes a lot of, suddenly when you are seeing, you'll know what to focus on. Same thing you should do in your paper also. So you will write what is SEZ like this. You will write definition. Okay, maybe if you know the law, etc., you can write about it also. Right, the Special Economic Zone Act 2005. Act like that, you will write some points on that. Okay, of SEZ. Right, so SEZ is basically an economic enclave. Okay, where you have state of the art infrastructure, special incentives are given to them, and relaxed rules and regulation in order to promote exports from the country. These are mainly enclaves to promote exports. You have others also, MEZs and other things like manufacturing export zones or manufacturing zones, etc. These SEZs are mainly to promote exports. It can be for both goods as well as for services. Okay, so that is the main objective of it. Okay, so what are the merits, right? So you will write merits, you will write like this, and then you will write demerits. Right, you will write in capital and put it in a box. Please do that. Okay, so it makes an impression, and then underline the keywords. Okay, underline the keywords. Is that okay? Very important words, you will box it. Is that okay? Right, so these small things make a lot of difference. Okay, then yeah, so advantages, all of you are no merit of it. So they are cutting, I mean, they have state of the art infrastructure, there are tax exemptions, it generates employment, rules are relaxed, so therefore all these things you will write in merits. Demerits may you will write about the problems associated with SEZs, like unutilized lands, infrastructure is not up to the mark, states have to provide them, many states don't provide them. One of the major problem with respect to SEZ is in India is that it is very small. Okay, it is very small. And another problem associated with this is to do with the relationship with the domestic tariff areas. Okay, to do with domestic tariff area. That means if they have to mainly sell it outside the country, they have to export their products. Okay, but if they want to sell it within India, then it will be subjected to customs duty, right? So what happens is they are not able to compete with the domestic product. Okay, plus they are not able to compete with the imports coming from those countries which enjoy the free trade agreement. Like for example, countries which enjoy free trade agreement with India, they are able to import their products or export their product into India at 0%. Whereas if you want to sell something from SEZ into the domestic trade or into the regular market in India, then they have to pay customs duty. So understand that there's a small note on that in the this one answer key. You understand that. So these two are the major problem with respect to this. Plus then tax and all is only it has a sunset clause. That means the tax will be withdrawn. Tax benefits for 5 years they'll have to pay no tax, and then next 5 years they have to pay 50% tax. After that they'll have to start paying tax like the this one, like the tax that is applicable to other companies in India. So that after 10 years, they will become less competitive. Like that, demerits you should be able to write. And compare the SEZ with China as an example. Okay, for example, in China, the SEZs are quite big, whereas in India, you can have an SEZ even for 2 hectares of land. Also, you can have an SEZ, which is not very efficient in the sense that the infrastructure, etc., will not be up to the mark if it is a small SEZ. So very simple topic this is. What is SEZ? Merits and demerits. Is that okay? See, we have, KPSC, they have 2.5 page. Okay, there is 2.5 page. But I purposefully have in the booklet what we give, I have given only 2 pages. Why? Because okay, ideally you should write your answer in 1.5 page. So to psychologically start making you used to it, okay, I have given you only 2 pages. Ideally you should write it in 1.5 page, because if you go on writing for more than that, you will not be able to complete your paper. And when you write for 3 pages or 2.5 page, what if you stick to 2.5 page, what happens is you will go on writing with points which are not required or irrelevant points. So make sure that you write in 1.5 page if you want to complete the paper. So psychologically, if you see that I have only 2 pages, you will get used to writing less. Okay, I want you to write less but more important points, right? Less means I'm not telling you not to write the important points. So I want you to write, express your opinion points in less number of words. That is the plan. What I have, what I want you to practice. Okay, I want you to express your opinions and your answer in less number of words. So make sure you write your answer in just 1.5. Some questions which require a little bit more information, you go on till 2 page, not more than 2 page. If you go on to write like that, you will be losing more marks. Okay, in the examination there is 2.5 pages. Okay, in examination there is 2.5 pages, but I have purposefully kept it at 2 pages. So in the exam you will feel that there is only 2 page. You will start squeezing in good points. Okay, fine. Next question. Okay. What are the various sources of foreign? This is also very simple, direct question. What are the various sources of foreign capital? See, guys, you asked for content. Till now, whatever we have done, all the content is some prelims oriented. Most of them you already know about it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Have confidence. Answer writing may. You have the necessary information. You should be able to use that and write your answers. Now, what are the various sources of foreign capital in India? Compare FDI and FPI. Very simple question. Okay, regularly they ask, repeatedly they ask. You should be able to know them. So you all know. So to start off the introduction, very simple. You start off what is foreign capital, or why do you need foreign capital? Why or what is foreign capital? Or you can write some data if you are aware. In economic survey of India and all, you would have read about the data that we got so much foreign debt on, etc. So either ways you can start your answer. So what is foreign capital? Okay, any source of foreign money that is coming into the across the border, okay, or across the resident of foreign country to Indian, a resident of India. So something like that. So there is a definition, you can write about that. Okay, so investments or loans, etc. Why do we need? You can just few lines on that you can write, or you can start with the data, etc. Right. So after that, one or two lines on what, why, etc. of foreign investment. You will write what are the various sources. You need to write all the sources. Okay, not just FDI and leave it, FDI or FPI. Okay, so there are different ways of classifying it. Okay, if you know the simple one, you can write that. Otherwise, you can write like, you can talk about the official flow. Okay, official flow. Okay, private flow, like that you can have. Okay, or you can have different ways, loans. Okay, then that you have commercial loan, and you have your what is that, assistance in the form of loan, like World Bank. Okay, they are all loans, but they are in the form of assistance. So they are low interest loans. Commercial loans is what you borrow from outside. Okay, then you have your investments in the form of FDI. Okay, then FPI. Right, then you have aid or grants. Okay, aid and grants, like that. So obviously in your prelims also you would have read this, so it is very simple. So classify them, and then you compare. Okay, so compare FDI and FPI. So ideally when it is a compare, difference, etc., you will write it in a table, most ideal. So you will make 3 columns, right? So feature, FDI, FPI. So here you will write, say what it is. Okay, like that. Okay, so these are in terms of time. Okay, long term. These are short term. So therefore it is called as hot, money. So some these keywords, when it is something which is very unique, you will write it in capital and you will box it. So the examiners, I will go to that box and they'll be like, oh yeah, this person knows something which is different. So like that you will write hot money, things like that. Okay, so direct investments here, indirect investment. Okay, it is called as financial investment, and then you will put it in the box. Okay, then you will write, then you will this one, then you will write the merit as a comparison, then you will write demerit. Okay, so this is how you have to write. Okay, very simple. So don't just limit yourself to the features difference, also extend it to writing the merits as well as demerits. If you write only merits, demerits, your answer is incomplete. So you have to write the technical part, the features of it. Okay, so and then so this is mainly primary market, this is mainly both primary as well as secondary, like that you should be able to compare. More permanent, this is temporary, like that. Okay, very simple question. This is how you have to write. Okay, see, in these things and all, there's no need for conclusion. Don't worry. Don't think that, oh, I have to give conclusion. No need for conclusion. You finish it, you over. If you have time, you can come back and try to think about something and write a conclusion. But otherwise, in your first writing, you don't write about conclusion and all. Please remember that. I have seen some student writing conclusion for everything in the beginning, and the end they'll miss out 2-3 questions when I have seen the answer scripts now. Okay, so don't do that. So just because you have time in the first few questions, don't just try write conclusion for everything unless it is demanded. Okay, unless there is a demand for that, you don't have to write the conclusion. Is that okay? You can stop at the this one. Okay.